Detroit Den 313, guys. We're back. Resurrection Day, Easter Sunday. We're gonna get on and talk a little Detroit Lions football, and we got other cool things we got going on. Steve, man, how you feeling on Easter Sunday?
I'm feeling a lot better than you're sounding.
Yeah, man, it's rough. It's been rough. It's been
Yeah.
rough, man. This thing's been kicking my butt for like 2.5 weeks now.
Yeah. Unfortunately I had to work today. You were off, got to spend time with the family. But something popped in my head. We were kind of talking about this off air. How do you feel about this kicker from the Michigan Panthers that's out there just booting bombs at Ford Field? How do you feel about that?
I feel like, man, there's a lot of guys that's played soccer that have tremendously strong legs, and they can kick that thing a mile. Is this something that he can do consistently? Is my immediate question. It's cool. Game winner, 64 yards, I believe. Was it 64?
Yeah, 64.
Yeah, it's a game winner, big time plays in a big time moment. But is it something that he can do consistently? Because if it is, we need to take a look at him. I know you did a little bit of digging on him. How you feel about it?
Look, I get excited about kickers about as much as I do for root canals. I mean, just I get it. It's a part of the game that the Detroit Lions don't even use. Dan Campbell doesn't even know who the kicker on our team even is. So, I did a little research on this kid. He started out at a small school and then ended up at Arkansas. Long story short, kind of found his way to the NFL last season with the Texans. Didn't quite make it, and then was picked up by the Michigan. I almost said the Florida Panthers, but the Michigan Panthers. Um, I'm not sure. It's a kicker. You know how sexy is it to talk about a kicker really? But I see everyone on Twitter and whatnot just going berserk about this kid.
Yeah, J Rod. I see. We're talking about Jake Bates.
Couple
Um,
couple members jumping on Javion
yeah,
Parker. You guys
yeah,
stick around. We have some big news at the end of this episode. I don't want to get into it yet, but you guys will be happy with what we're going to be doing here. Same with you, J Rod.
yeah, man. But I don't know, man. Like I said, um, I think it would be exciting if we could get a guy with a boot, like have one of those guys to where basically when he enters the building, he's like Steph Curry, he's in range. Like it don't matter, like Justin Tucker maybe, but I think it's a lot more to be seen before we go down that road.
Yeah, kickers aren't very sexy, and they kept talking about from the research I was doing. Just a quick update for everyone who's involved in hockey. Michigan just took the lead over Michigan State, so go blue. Um, well, where was I going? This kid was considered a kickoff specialist. They say that he kicked the ball out of the end zone at like such a high rate. Well, the NFL is shifting its rule. We literally just did an episode about that. It's going to be up tomorrow. If you guys want to check it out, we're not going to tip the hand too much, but kicking it out of bounds is no longer a good thing. That's not what you're really looking for anymore. You want a guy who can be precise. You want a guy who can land it inside the 5 of that landing zone with these new rules. So Jake Bates, like I said, I'm not overly excited. I think Lions fans are just dying right now for something to happen because it's kind of a dead time. We haven't signed a free agent in a while. The big news is Cam Sutton's still alive. I think that's something worth talking about more than Jake Bates, if we're being honest. But
Right.
I don't know. When people call him like a kickoff specialist, but the rules have changed, so it's not really something we really need.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. Kickers, how big can a kicking news be?
Yeah, especially at kickoff, like field goal. Yeah, it's a different story, but you guys are talking about a kickoff specialist. Like,
Yeah.
guys, I get it. It's football. Football season's not exactly popping right now, but oh god, hi son, that's one of our moms. I can just tell right now. I don't know which one. All I see is Facebook user. I don't know.
Mm,
Mom, is that you? Happy Easter, mom. Sorry I didn't get to see you today.
That's rough.
Um, what else is going on with the Detroit Lions? I mean, we're getting close to the draft. Got a lot of stuff going on, but nothing really huge happening for the Lions right now.
Yeah. Um, Still haven't found that Cam Sutton.
What do you think's going on? Do you think real talk,
Yeah.
is he still with us, you think?
I think he's still with us, man. I think he's still with us. I think just like they said, they pretty much know where he's at, but they kind of just letting him do his thing, man, until it's time to go get him, you know.
How do you feel about the draft being in Detroit, William? I'm getting a little nervous.
Why?
There's just gonna be so many people at this draft that it's going to be chaos. And Detroit, like there's not overly like a lot of things to do or places to hang out. I don't know. I'm a little nervous about that crowd.
300,000. That's what they're preparing for.
At
Over.
least.
Oh, I was about to say over 300,000. Over 300,000. So I'm excited for it, man. Just like you said, we're gonna get down there early, man. We're gonna show up and we're gonna show out. I think are you staying day one and two, or are you just staying day one?
We're going up Wednesday night. We're staying up there Wednesday night. Draft Thursday, staying for that, and then we're gonna stay Friday, but we're coming back home Friday.
Okay. Put it in the comments. You going to the draft? If you're going to the draft, drop it in. Make sure you come give us a shout
I
out.
like how you talked louder like your mother. Listen, if I know one thing, it's not to get loud with my mother. That's one. That's one thing I do know.
Same. I'm definitely we Miss Cheryl, Gigi.
Yeah.
We're not gonna get loud.
Yeah, my mom lives about 1 block away, so there's no saying she can't be here and be spanking my butt live on the stream right now if I get too
Right.
loud.
All right.
Let's talk about some people who have visited the Detroit Lions at the combine.
Yep.
I think Peyton Wilson was on that list. I know that's a guy you I know that's a guy you talked about. You're pretty high on him.
Yeah, he's a guy that's lightning fast out of that linebacker position. That's an area that I really want to see us advance our speed, man. Get some guys that can play in the backfield. That's one of the things I love about Edgerrin Cooper. And Peyton is the same way. He just got a little banged up in the beginning of his career and missed a little bit of time, and that worries me. But other than that, man, I think we definitely need somebody that can chase down these mobile quarterbacks. Period, man. I'm sick of these quarterbacks running around doing whatever they want. When they break the pocket, they're running away from our linebackers instead of getting run down. I think Jack Campbell was a step in that direction because Jack Campbell is by no means a slow guy, but I wouldn't call him a blazer either. He ran a 4.45 at the combine. And at the combine, that's when you're your lightest. That's when you're preparing for the Pajama Olympics. I think he looked bigger and fuller once the season started. So in real football time, maybe he's a 4.6 guy, So I would love to get a blazer, man, to kind of like you talk about. It'd be nice to have somebody that can just spy that quarterback and go wherever he goes and be able to compete athletically.
Yeah,
How you feel about Peyton?
I haven't done a whole lot of research on him. I pretty much kind of going off what you've told me. I like Edgerrin Cooper though. I think that's a direction I'd probably rather go in. Just because he's been high on our list since we're talking like the first week of February. We've been talking Edgerrin Cooper. And yeah, like you said, I'm sick and tired of seeing people just running around on the Detroit Lions. We got a lot of mobile quarterbacks in this league. The pocket passer is slowly dying. I mean, Jared Goff, Kirk Cousins, like they're a dying breed. Everyone's going with the mobile quarterbacks now. And I think I looked the other day at the Detroit Lions upcoming schedule. We know who we're playing, but we don't know when. Right. I want to say like 90% of teams have mobile quarterbacks right now. And that's something that we truly struggle against.
Yeah, it makes me nervous, man. It makes me nervous that we got one over there in Green Bay, that showed that he's not even going to take off either. He's just going to scramble around and then sling it down the field. And then with Caleb Williams potentially coming to Chicago, and who knows who they're going to get in Minnesota. They're talking moving up to get JJ. JJ is an athletic guy too. So
I've seen some stuff about Minnesota moving up to get Drake May as well. He's not very mobile though. He's one of those. I think he can move a little bit, but he's not like an assassin with his legs. He's more of a pocket kind of guy.
He kind of reminds me of Love though. Like he can do enough with his feet.
Not overly mobile, but he can make a little something happen here and there.
Yeah, he'll make some plays with his feet. He ain't gonna run 70-yard touchdowns, but he can do enough to be a problem, man. He kind of reminds me of the Herbert of athletic ability.
I'm driving up from Virginia Beach. That's a hell of a cruise. Safe travels on your way up here. I don't know. That's got to be about a 12, 13 hour drive if I had to guess. Luckily we don't live far. I'm only 30 minutes from Detroit. You're a little closer than me. So yeah, we're trying to get up there early or late Wednesday night, stay the night there. That way Thursday morning when it's actual draft day, we can just get up there, grab some breakfast somewhere, maybe hit the casino. I try my luck. Maybe I win $10 and call it a day. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, we're getting up there early. We're going to be mingling around, walking up to some people who we see, some Detroit Lions fans, talking some football, maybe do some on the spot interviews if people are down. So we're going to be up at the draft. We'll be up there early. We'll be up there all day Thursday, all day Friday as well.
Steve, we got a mock draft coming out right before the draft.
Yep.
That's been our thing. We talked about it. We're not going to mock draft these guys to death. They already got one extra one. I don't foresee any more coming out, but just giving a little bit of a teaser. Giving a little bit of a teaser. Who is one guy in this draft that you feel like must be a Detroit Lion? One guy in a draft. I don't care if it's on the back end, the front end, in the middle. You just really, really want him to be a Detroit Lion.
Does it involve possibly trading up or trading back?
Anything, wherever you want to go with it.
I will tell you this. If there is any chance we can get Jared Verse, the rest of the draft is irrelevant to me.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I literally will obviously be watching the draft so that we have something to talk about.
For sure.
But if I leave that draft with Jared Verse on day one, you can go ahead and sign draft Jake Bates in round 2. I don't care. That's how high I
am. You said take Jake Bates in round 2.
Yeah, I'm not sure how it works with him already being a technical pro football player. I'd have to do some digging on the rules of that. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Just give me Jared Verse. What do you? Who's your guy?
Man, Max Melton, man, is a guy for me. I didn't, Devon Witherspoon, I wanted real bad. I wanted him bad, man. And I felt like I said in that draft, though, I want Brian Branch or Devon Witherspoon. And if we're not going Witherspoon early, Branch might be there later. I didn't think he would be there as late as he was, but the football god spoke, and thank them for that. But Max Melton is a guy that I absolutely love. And I think that we can still do what needs to be done at 29 and then trade up and go get Max Melton later. I don't know that he'll be there at 61, but I think if Brad Holmes loves him, he can trade up earlier into that second round and go get him. Or we could be looking at maybe turning this thing back and looking at a Chris Braswell, Max Melton type deal. But when I watch Max Melton play football, to me, he just looks like a Detroit Lion, man. He's tough. He's gritty. He is a guy that is going to prepare for the game mentally. And I think that he can do all the things that contribute to the Detroit Lions.
I told you the other day, I stood on my island and I told you Brad Holmes was at the University of Alabama Pro Day instead of Michigan's for a reason. And I mentioned 3 names, DJ Turner, Kool-Aid McKinstry, and I kind of hinted at Chris Braswell.
Yeah.
I think there's a reason he was there, but I'm not going to go fully into that. That video is already out. If you guys want to check that out, me and Will kind of, I kind of was trying to predict the future and look into some breadcrumbs that Brad Holmes has been hanging around and dropping. But, sometimes that's what you got to do. You got to look at these interviews and he's going to say all the right things, but sometimes his actions speak a little louder than words, in my opinion.
Steve,
Speaking
of, how you feel about it? At pick 29, Kool-Aid McKinstry comes off the board and goes to the Detroit Lions. Are you overjoyed? Are you like, how you feeling about it?
I'm more than but I'm not overjoyed. I'm somewhere probably in between. I think he's the third best corner in this draft. So if I can get that at 29 over, I think Nate Wiggins and Kenyon Mitchell are 1 and 2 without a doubt. Who's third? I think it's Kool-Aid. I think it's Terrion Arnold, one of those two. I mean, I personally think Kool-Aid's a little bit better, a little bit more athletic. Guy ran a 4.37 with a broken bone in his foot. I mean, I'd probably give that a solid.
This dude love about this broken bone that he didn't even know about.
He didn't know about it
until they told him at the combine.
He ran a 4.37 at his pro day. Now that bone's fixed, he's easily running a 4.36 without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Yeah, I'm not in love with Kool-Aid, man. I get the whole we're drinking the Kool-Aid and
maybe you need to drink some Kool-Aid to get that voice back to.
Man, I'm struggling, guys. Yeah, I'm fighting for my life over here. But yeah, man, I don't know. I don't love Kool-Aid McKinstry. Don't hate him at all. But I just don't love him. And part of it I might be biased because
James Train knows. She knows.
Okay. Man, I'm with Max Melton. And that might be why, I love the guys that come up at that cornerback position and will hit you like a Mack truck, but they'll also cover, I want a tough, gritty, physical team. And I just don't know if Kool-Aid McKinstry steps into that role that I want, but it's about what Brad wants, not what I want.
J-Rod, if you're talking Hassan Reddick, I hate to break your heart, but he already got traded. He already got traded the other day, my man. Where did he end up? The Jets. The Jets gave up like a 3rd round pick in 2026 to get Hassan Reddick. And I texted you immediately and I said, damn, that is highway robbery for the Jets to give up a 3rd round pick 2 years from now for a guy who's easily going to have double-digit sacks. The Jets defense is going to be loaded. I don't want to keep talking about the Jets all day, but yeah, Hassan Reddick, if that's who you were talking about, he did just get traded like 2 days ago. It's already gone.
Yeah, didn't he get traded for like a 3rd round pick in 2026?
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Oh, I didn't. I'm sorry.
Just not paying attention, or
I'm reading these comments, man. Actually,
I'm just trying to put on a show here, William. You just
Michael Harris. Well, let me explain, and this will explain why right here. When I saw that, my mind went. And you guys know, if you watch this show, I'm absolutely in love with Edgerrin Cooper. I don't know if they'll do it. But if they do, I will be losing my mind.
I'll say this. I'll give you flowers. You gave me flowers last year for the CJ Stroud thing. You were the very first person who put me on to Edgerrin Cooper. You were the very first person in the Detroit sports YouTube podcast world that was talking Edgerrin Cooper. So anyone who mentioned it after that, I gotta think was watching Detroit Den 313, because you put that out very, very fast, and then everyone else kind of started to pile on. If I'm being honest.
Yeah, man, and that dude's a dog, man. He plays in the backfield. He plays smart. He sheds blocks. He can cover. He is a guy. I think he's gonna set the league on fire, man.
Guys, if you're watching, hit that like button. If you're new here and you haven't watched us before, stick around, subscribe. I see some people commenting on Facebook. I know we added a lot of people on our Facebook group. Come to the YouTube channel, subscribe for us, helps us out a whole lot. But I had a question I was going to highlight. I can't remember where it went. Oh, it was this one right here, I think. Joe Alt, the kid from Notre Dame, an absolute unit of a man.
Yeah.
But I just don't see him sliding into 29. He's the top 2 tackle in this draft. I personally don't think he's making it to 29. I've seen him mocked. I've seen him mocked to the Tennessee Titans quite a bit because they need some help with Will Levis. They just added some weapons down there for the Titans. Tony Pollard.
He'll be a top 10, top 15 pick.
Yeah, Calvin Ridley. So the Titans need some help on that O-line. So I don't see Joe Alt making it past them.
Yeah, I agree, but I would love to have him. But yeah, I agree. What you think about? I've been seeing this. I'm not sure which one of the DTs that he's talking about, because if you're talking about the refrigerator, definitely want nothing to do with him.
That's
but love TJ Tampa, man. Love his game. But TJ Tampa is a guy that he'll probably be there at 61. Like I would be in no rush to go grab TJ Tampa, but in the second round, TJ Tampa, if you already went edge rusher in the first, I think he'll be a tough corner in the league.
You don't like Byron Murphy or Tavondre Sweat?
Byron Murphy is a beast. Tavondre Sweat is
that who you're talking about when you said the refrigerator? Is it because he goes to the refrigerator often, or because
that dude Tavondre Sweat was 97 pounds in high school, and then he is 400 pounds in college. It is just not. That is not something that he did with a work ethic and discipline. That was just a tragedy. What's going on with him? And is he fairly athletic for his stature and frame? Yeah, but I'm worried about him being one of those guys that's going to eat his way out the league. So I don't want those problems, and I darn sure don't want them problems. I picked 29. Yeah. So, but Byron Murphy, dog. Absolutely.
I've seen a lot of people comment, like not recently, but a while ago when we were breaking down a lot of draft prospects, and a lot of people were talking about, oh, what about Tavondre Sweat? And a lot of people were asking us, like, why don't we do episodes on it? Well, it's hard for us to do an episode on a guy we're not in love with or even like, because what are we supposed to do? Get on here and say, Tavondre Sweat, yeah, I don't like him. This is why. Like, it's just going to be a boring episode. So now that we're here live, Tavondre Sweat was built like an outside linebacker when he first went to Texas, and he put on, what do you think, Will? 100 pounds in 3 years?
He put on 2 outside linebackers.
Yeah, I mean, he did not put on good weight. Now, I'm not here to name drop, but I know you'll say the same thing, Will. Like, we know some guys who have played in the NFL, and they go to college, and they put on some damn good weight, like some solid muscle. They come back as units. That is not the case with Tavondre Sweat. Like, he ate, and for being 366 pounds, yes, he's very athletic for that size, but it's just a pass remain real quick. Michigan's up 2 goals on Michigan State right now. Go Blue. Let's go. Yeah. Put little brother to bed.
Sorry, any State fans listening.
Yeah, I know there's probably one, probably right downstairs in my living room right now. Who's I'm waiting for the comment. But Byron Murphy, what do you think about him at 29?
Love it. Byron Murphy's a dog. Yeah, Byron Murphy's a dog. I kind of feel like I don't want to say in a good space at DT right now, but with us getting Reader and Pascal and Kaminsky being able to assist at the DT position, I'm not too pressed about it. Now if we went that route, by all means, cool. We only got Reader, for a 2-year deal. But like I'm looking at that edge and real bad, man. I want to edge, man. Like that's the main thing that I want in this draft. I want to leave this draft with a guy that can attack that edge and make quarterbacks scared.
Who's your guy other than Jared Verse? Who's your number 2?
My number 2, Liatu Latu.
He's a stud.
Yep.
Well, he's only 6'5", right? I mean,
hey, you said 6'6", man. He threw 6'6",
whatever he is.
Yeah, he's 6'5". He's 6'5".
He's a stud. I can picture a world where him and Hutchinson, like just close your eyes. Aiden Hutchinson, Ali McNeil, DJ Reader, Latu Latu, like that is a much improved defensive line.
The dorms ice cream got all of us. I can't stop it. Yeah, that's Latu from UCLA. That's what we're talking about. Yeah, he's a beast, man, and I think he's a guy that's going to be able to go out and cover running backs out of the backfield. He's going to be able to rush the edge. We talk about that Sam linebacker that we want so bad, and it's Latu. Like he steps into that position that James Houston and Charles Harris and whoever else they could put there has been trying to fill.
Two good questions. I got to get J-Rod first. Got to get him first. You guys not worried of the spinal injury? He had neck fusion surgery. Yep. I'm very, very, very familiar with that. I had it done myself. I don't know what level of vertebrae he had it done at. I had it done in 2019. Trust it sounds really bad, but you can. I mean, obviously, I'm not a professional football player. I don't have 300-pound men trying to throw me around on a daily basis. But it's a little different. I also didn't have the world's best, trainers and physical positions and doctors at my disposal. But it is something that's livable with, and he's going to be okay. It's the same surgery that Peyton Manning had. He had the fusion surgery. Again, don't know which vertebrae he had it done on. There's different levels, but I'm familiar with it. So me personally, no, I do not worry about it at all. It's kind of an asterisk next to his name for a lot of people, but I don't think it's even going to be an issue once he gets to the league. He's going to be okay.
I think you got to trust their medical staff, man.
Yeah.
They're going to look into it. And if they feel good about it, then I feel good about it. If they, if it's a problem, then hey, so be it. You know what I mean? But if he's clear to play, he's a beast.
Yeah.
Period.
I like this question too from Cy Gray, and I'm gonna let you answer this one first. At 29, would you take Darius Robinson, Chop Robinson, Kool-Aid, or Adonai Mitchell?
Chop Robinson. Chop Robinson.
Really?
Chop Robinson. And Adonai, love it, but I don't value receivers, man. Like I say it all the time. I love them. They excite me. They make the game fun. But we got some good receivers on our team already. So then Darius Robinson is a guy that I think is going to be good in the NFL, but he's just not the sexy pick. It's not anything that is going to be like, oh my gosh, this is going to be, so phenomenal or whatever. I think he's just going to come in the league and be tough. He's going to be a guy that's going to set the edge like a monster. He's going to be a guy that you can bump inside to play DT. And he's a guy that can, stand up and put his hand in the dirt. Very versatile. But Chop, it's kind of bang or bust. You know what I mean? Or boom or bust. But, man, he could be a guy that we could just be ruining the lives of quarterbacks. If Chop is as special as his ceiling, and we got him and Aiden, look out. What do they say, Steve, here at Detroit in 313?
Thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers, man.
If you're an opposing quarterback, good luck Saturday night. Thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers. Check under your bed after the game. You're not going to sleep well.
I'm glad someone asked this because I was going to bring this up. So Jerry, wrong one, but yes, Kool-Aid for sure. Jerry Miller, what about the production of Chop? Jerry, if you're still listening, can you please real quick drop who your college football team is real quick? Because I was thinking about this the other day. You know, Chop Robinson does not have huge stats. He doesn't blow games up. He wasn't a game wrecker. But you know who else wasn't? Rashawn Gary for the Michigan Wolverines. And now look
That
at what he's
was
kind of turned into.
yeah.
He is one of the best pass rushers in our division for sure. In the NFL, he's starting to get there. And at Michigan, well, we watched Michigan religiously. When he was there, he was all a lot of hype, a lot of talk, but the production, it was very, very spotty for me. And I
Yeah.
think you'd agree. But since he's been in Green Bay, he's grown. They've got him as one of the league's best. He's scary. He's a problem. Look at the Thanksgiving game. He single-handedly damn near beat the Detroit Lions on Thanksgiving by himself. He was a problem for Jared Goff in that O-line. So I'm not worried about his production. That could have came from their coaching staff, how they were using him, where they were lining him up. You put him on a NFL caliber defensive line, defensive front seven. I think he would really shine.
Donovan, I hear you, man. I hear you said, bro, Chop, just because he did get good at the combine. I hear what you're saying, but absolutely not. I'm not a combine guy. I'm not a pajama Olympics guy. Here's why. We have a role for him that we have been trying to fit people who can't complete that role here in Detroit. That Sam linebacker world. Aaron Glenn has been desperately trying to find somebody who can rush off the edge and cover running backs. Charles Harris couldn't do it. James Houston couldn't do it. Chop Robinson is a person that will be able to do just that. He fits the Detroit Lions Sam linebacker role perfectly. And that's why I like Chop Robinson. Is it sexy that he ran a nice 40 and he looked good in his drills moving around? Absolutely. Is it very important to have a very strong, powerful lower half if you're going to go strike guys in this NFL? It sure is. And those are things that he has, but it's about fit. And a lot of the time, production goes hand in hand with fit. What did our D line do last year? I'll answer it. Absolutely nothing. Who did we sign as a coach last year? John Scott, who was supposed to be a technique guru, and he was supposed to bring all of these great things to Detroit. Who's no longer with us? John Scott, right? Who Chop got his tutelage from. So now we got who Brad Holmes is and Dan Campbell, who is raving about the D-line coach from the Tennessee Titans.
Terrell Williams.
And he'll be stepping in with a group of guys who are doing this thing at a high level now. When you got Reader, when you got Aiden Hutchinson, when you got Aleem McNeil, I'm excited to have a guy who he's not like those guys. When I talk about Darius Robertson reminds me of Pascal and Kaminsky a little bit. You know what I mean? Those are guys that are big, strong guys who can play DT and they can play DN. Chop isn't like one of those guys. Why would we bring more of what we already have? We need what we don't have. What we don't have is somebody who can play Sam linebacker. Chop does that day one.
I saw something absolutely crazy today, and if I could remember who said it, I would tag them and call them out. I have an idea, but I don't want to say it if I'm not 100% right. Someone said that you're going to bring in Chop Robinson, but he's going to play the same position as James Houston, and James Houston is better. And I immediately stopped watching, and that's probably why I can't remember who it was. But it was just today at work. I was watching some YouTube stuff, and I saw that, and I was just like, what are we talking about here? James Houston in coverage is a liability.
Yeah. What's that? Robinson is very passive. Appreciate that.
Guys, while you're watching, you see the title of this video. We are going to be doing a giveaway. It is coming. It's not teased or clickbait. It's coming. We're just trying to, talk a little football before we get into the details. All I'm going to say is a membership here at Detroit Den 313 gives you a lot of opportunities to win some really cool stuff. That's all I'm going to say. But we are going to get into that in a little bit, maybe about 10, 15 minutes. We're just talking a little ball for now, doing some draft stuff, answering some questions. Yeah, we got all kinds of stuff we're going to be giving away. So if you guys are considering being a member, it's very beneficial. You can win some stuff for just signing up and supporting us, and we'll support you. We got about 5 things we're going to be giving away in the next 2 days. So think about it. But let's find some more questions here, Will. I saw some good ones up top, but we kind of got to talking.
Yeah, I see Kool-Aid again. So Kool-Aid, because Davis will be hurt and Amik will be strained. Listen, what about Emmanuel Mosley?
I'll take that one. Emmanuel Mosley hasn't played football in 2 years.
100%. No, I get that, man. But guy he was down on his luck. You know what I mean? From what I've seen out of Emmanuel Mosley with the 49ers, that dude can ball, man.
Yep.
And he's another pit bull. They talk about how Meek's a pit bull. Man, he's a pit bull. So I just think about that, man. And they're just being corners later on throughout this draft process. There's corners in the second round, there's corners in the third round. And then when you start talking about a guy who came to Detroit, Nehemiah Pritchett, there's corners that are going to be in the fifth round and sixth round that are running 4.3s. Right. So there's going to be corners all through this draft that can come in, develop, and help these Detroit Lions. I don't think we got to rush unless you're going to get Nate Wiggins or Quinyon Mitchell. Then you rush to the podium. But if it's not one of those two guys for me, I don't think we got to move in a hurry. Even with Max Melton, who I love, you don't got to be in a rush. Hey, if he's there, he's lingering around in that second round, you want to bump up and go get a guy who hits like a truck and runs a 4.3, so be it. But we don't got to rush and make that move at pick 29. At pick 29, you get a guy that impacts this defense or who is going to be an absolute game changer on offense. Just like we were been saying, best player available for the Detroit Lions.
James Train. So here's the thing. How you become a member is, for some reason, someone figured it out on their phone, but I don't know how they did it. If you use an actual computer, a MacBook, whatever you're on, I'm guessing you're on your phone. If you go to our actual Detroit Den 313 page, there is a join button there. But for some reason, it's not on the mobile app. Don't know why. It's a stupid YouTube thing. I'm not sure why they did that, but you can join as a member if you have a laptop or a desktop. So that's how you can do that.
Yeah. What we got?
I see a lot of people talking TJ Tampa. I've seen his name in the comments.
I love TJ Tampa, man. He's another one. He comes up hitting, man. He comes up hitting.
Time out. Vince, you ain't got to do my man like that. That's disrespectful. It's disrespectful, but it's not true. It's not untrue. The thing is, like, just the other day, me and Will were talking about Brad Holmes' comments and how he said that this was one of his best free agencies. I was like, man, that's tough to say, because I really like the class that we signed last year, and I mentioned Emmanuel Mosley's name, but he was a stud. The keyword was, because I don't know what he's going to be when he comes back. 2 knee injuries, back-to-back seasons. I know it was his opposite knee, but it's 2 years removed from football. So how much rest is going to be there? I don't know. But I at one point I was very, very high on Emmanuel Mosley, but I don't know. I need to see him in a Lions uniform for more than 5 seconds.
Yeah. Craig's saying the join function is on his phone. Listen, I don't know how you have it, Craig, but
some people do, some people don't. I don't know.
Most people got to do it on a desktop. If you have it on your phone, hey, if you are on Twitter, please screenshot it and send it to us on Twitter, man. We would greatly appreciate it, because neither one of us can find it via our mobile
my
device.
wife couldn't find it. I've seen some other people say that it's not there. Some people say that it is. So I don't know. I just know that it's for sure there on desktop.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Hey, CP. That's one of my. Hey, that's one of the fellow coaches, man. CP, Xavier Liggett. How you feel about him, Steve?
At 29, he's probably my 1A or 1B. I'm not sure. I like him. I like Xavier Worthy a lot. I think Xavier Worthy could be a problem, but real quick, James Chain, I see you figured it out. Did you do it from your phone or did you do it from your desktop? I'd like to know that. And also very much thank you for becoming a member. You will be entered into all of our giveaways going forward. You don't have to do another thing. Depending on which level or tier you signed up for, you will automatically be entered at least once. So I promise.
What about this giveaway?
Yeah, and you'll be in for all of it now. So hey, tell Emily upstairs she's got to get in on that and throw her name in the hat for the raffles tonight.
For sure.
But Xavier Leggett, yeah, probably my number 1 receiver, either him or Xavier Wilson. I really like both of them. Leggett's a big body, more of a jump ball contester, 6'1", built like Deebo Samuel, DK Metcalf, those guys, where Xavier Worthy is just all right, James Trade did it from the desktop. Xavier Worthy's a burner. He's like a J-Mo on steroids. So we got to figure out how we got to feed all these miles. We got to find a way if that's the route we decide to go. But I know you're really high on Xavier Liggett as well.
Yeah, I love Xavier Liggett, man. I think that he's a guy that attacks the football. He's a guy that attacks the football, and he's a guy that you're not going to run up and play press man on. He's not 6'4", 6'3", unfortunately. There was some we were told some lies, but he's a little over 6. He's a little over 6'1", but he is all of that 230. He's all of that 230, and you're not going to run up on that guy, man. He's a guy that can just win at the point of attack, man. He's gonna play physical. Um, and I think that I see a shorter DK. I think that he's gonna end up being better than DK, man. I'm not super high on DK, so I don't think that that's a hot take, but I think that he can end up definitely being better than DK. And he's a guy that will be able to immediately play that X receiver day one. Again, as much as I love talking about these receivers, man, and it's a sexy pick, it's a fun pick. Thinking about our offense with another weapon is fun. I'm still leaning towards defense though. I got pick
Yeah.
29.
Yeah. I see a lot of people still wanting receiver. I've seen some people wanting a tight end because we just lost or could lose Brock Wright. People forget we still have Shane Zylstra on this team still, who's a very good pass catching tight end who's coming back from an injury. So I'm not overly. By the way, Michigan just won, knocked off Michigan State. Go blue. I don't think we need a tight end anytime soon. I think we're okay. It's not a huge position of need just because we lost Brock Wright, but
Christian
yeah.
Leclerc. The Nigerian nightmare.
Yeah, I'm defense first, secondary or defensive line. One of those two positions. I don't care. Kool-Aid McKinstry or someone else on the D line. I'm fine with, but I want to sure up this defense first and foremost.
All right, Steve, what you think, man? You want to talk to the people about it?
Yeah, get into talk to your missus. Let's figure out, explain the rules for this giveaway we're going to be doing, and we're going to be doing a giveaway Tuesday night. So it's a 2-for-1. I'd hop on them desktops and start becoming members because we've got a pretty nice little setup going on. We're going to be doing this regularly, but I'm going to let you explain it.
All right, so the Detroit Den, for maybe a short period of time, maybe a long period of time, we have partnered with Cornerstone Caregiving, and for a fundraiser for local veterans, man. Steve, I think you got a picture, man. You go ahead and throw it in the chat. But yeah, we partnered with them to do a giveaway. So we have, as you can see, we got Jared Goff, we got Jahmyr Gibbs, we got Amon-Ra St. Brown, we got Aiden Hutchinson, as well as 2 gift cards. So how do you get into this raffle, right? One, by being a member of the Detroit Den. We Cornerstone has agreed to honor our agreement with our members that you are already in any giveaway on the Detroit Den, right? So if you are a member, depending on what tier you are, all the same rules will apply. If you're in the first tier, you'll get 1 entry. Don't even have to donate. If you're a 2-tier person, you get 2 entries. Don't even have to donate. 3 tiers, 3 entries. Don't even have to donate. Now, if you donate, right, for every $10 that you donate, you will get an entry. So, and if you comment that you donated, you will also get an additional entry. So say, hey, you go donate. Cornerstone is going to be tracking the donations and putting you in it for an entry automatically, right? Now, if you comment that you donate as well, that's going to be another entry because, or not even for having to spend any extra amount of dollars because we're honoring that. So we're tracking it here too as well. So those are going to be, so the first question, our YouTube people, it'll be your username. We don't have your information because of YouTube's piracy rights. So if it wasn't on Twitter or if it wasn't on Facebook and you did it on YouTube, we will say, hey, user Detroit Den 313, you are the winner of the Amon-Ra St. Brown jersey. Reach out to us on Twitter for our information and let us know where to ship it. So those are the ways to enter, guys. By, hey, if you're a member, you're automatically in. If you want to donate, cool. If you make a donation, Cornerstone will be tracking that. You automatically get entered. Bang. And if you're commenting that you donated here, it'll be an additional entry. So, and for every $10 will be another entry into it. This will be getting announced tomorrow, so it'll be a fast one. So you can hurry up. You got up until tomorrow at, I believe we're going to be announcing it at around 8 p.m. tomorrow, on our show tomorrow. So for people that are the winners, you got an opportunity to win 4 jerseys or 2 $25 gift cards, guys. So that's 6 things. And not to mention, we already had our sign as well. Steve, I think you got the picture of that too. Our sign is going to be getting announced on Tuesday. So that's going to be something that's just a Detroit Den thing. So we're serious about these giveaways, guys. You guys become members. You guys support the channel. we are going to find ways to either do stuff ourselves, and that comes out of our own pockets, or we're going to find ways to partner with people who are down to help great causes and make sure you guys are Lions geared up.
Yeah, Cody, I am locked in on the comments because I want to address something. Michael Erickson, you are a member. I know for a fact I've seen your name on there, but you don't have the thing next to your name. So sometimes if we're funneling comments, it could get overlooked, and I apologize. But I know you're on there, and I thought you had 2 YouTube names, so that's why I was a little confused. But I do know that you are on our members, and we appreciate that very much. You're not being overlooked. Again, thank you for that. And Craig Hogg, new member, greatly appreciated, guys. Like Will said, we want to give as much opportunity for you guys to win stuff. It's some pretty cool stuff. I'm going to put up that picture real quick of what we're going to be giving away Tuesday night. And this is for members only. This is not partnered with Cornerstone. This is just Detroit Den, since we've offered memberships. This is the picture, 2023, signed by a bunch of members of the Detroit Lions. You can see some of the names on there: St. Brown, Goff, basically the whole offensive line, Aiden Hutchinson. So it's a pretty cool picture. And trust me, I was very tempted to keep that for myself, but we want to show you guys a little support for supporting us. So that's what we're going to be giving away Tuesday. But yeah, we're going to be picking some names for the Cornerstone giveaway with something separate going forward.
Yep. So Anthony, we linked it to our Twitter page and our Facebook. There's a link to it. And after this video comes down and it goes up on the YouTube channel, we'll also put the link in the description to get to the
and Anthony just became a member, so thank you very much. And again, Michael Erickson, you're on our list, but for whatever reason, when we're live on here, you don't have the member logo. I don't know if you have 2 YouTube channels or not, but I do recognize your name, and you're definitely on our members list.
So that's 4 jerseys, guys, and 2 gift cards and a signed picture. So and hopefully more to come. So Cornerstone is is a group that we're talking about maybe doing a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly situation depending on how things go. So guys, let's
and we're going to the jersey reveal in just a few weeks. We're going to try to get our hands on some. Yeah, we're going to get our hands on some of those new jerseys. Yeah. You know, those ones you got now are old school. You know, hang those up on the wall in the man cave. But these new ones, we're going to get our hands on some of those too
on the 18th.
That's the whole reason me and Will are going up there. Is we don't care about the ceremony, the glitz and the glamour of the jersey reveal. I'm going up there and getting my ass in line at that pro shop, and we're going to get our hands on some jerseys for myself and for some of our followers and members as well.
First dibs on that new drip.
Yeah. I'm going to get personally an Aiden Hutchinson jersey, but I know a lot of people want that Sam Laporta jersey. That's a hot topic, a hot name going around. When we did a giveaway on Twitter about a month ago, that thing blew up with over 100,000 views, 500 retweets. Yeah, Brian Branch is another one that's hard to get our hands on. So we're going to try whatever's available. If we have to fight someone up there in line, you know, we could do that. Will's going to take the boxing gloves and we could settle it like the old fashioned way. Yeah. So that's what we wanted to do tonight, guys. We wanted to talk a little football, wanted to kind of build up the audience a little bit, get everyone involved and show you guys, hey, we got some cool stuff we're giving away starting tomorrow and Tuesday. I'm excited for that picture, man. It's a pretty cool picture, and trust me, it would look really good underneath that Detroit Den 313 neon sign, but I'd rather it go to someone who supports us on here much more.
No doubt. Oh, yep. There she is. Bam. Also talking tickets too. So yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. This year is gonna be a big year for us, man. As this channel's doing better, we're getting a lot of good people that are reaching out to us to do some cool stuff, man. And I can't say enough about Cornerstone, man. Helping veterans. If you guys don't know what Cornerstone is, it's a company that'll actually come into your home, man, and help take care of those loved ones, man, that don't have anybody to take care of them, or maybe both the older couples who can't do certain things. They do anywhere from 1 hour of help to 24 hours of help. So it's definitely a good company, man.
Yeah, Javion, trust me, if this channel blows up and we become like Mr. Beast, we'll be giving away season tickets. It's just a matter of how high can we go. And, there ain't no quitting anytime soon, so we're going to see. So, yeah, I'd like to give away season tickets, game tickets, away game tickets, flights, hotels. I'd like to. It just all depends on how many subscribers, how well we're doing with all that. But, we like to support people. That's when we first started this, when this was just an idea. Me and Will talked about giving back to the community. And that's what we're trying to do here. You guys are showing us a lot of support, people coming on here and saying that we're the best Detroit Lions podcast. Trust me, we put a lot of work into it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Hey, I won't knock it. I'm a USMC vets. I support that. I'm an Army vet. No shame in it. As long as it's not Coast Guard, I don't recognize those guys. So,
Yeah, J Rod T, I'm knocking out the T, man. I'm trying to get this voice back.
Someone also asked about your cup. Is that a Detroit Den 313 cup? Someone asked the other day, but
yeah, these might be coming down the road, guys. These might be coming down the road.
Some Detroit Den 313 Stanley Cups.
Yeah,
maybe it's been talked about.
Yeah,
with some stuff in the works, along with some t-shirts, some hoodies. Maybe there's a lot of stuff we're working on top of our full-time job. So this is a full-time job itself, on top of our normal job. So it's a lot of work.
Hey, I will tell you this, and there are moments where it gets a little hectic, but I love doing this.
Yeah.
Love getting to talk to you guys. Even when we don't agree. It's
very rare.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't even mean me and you. I mean, like, even when us and our fellow fans, man, they don't agree, man. It's nice to just have a discussion about it. This is a true podcast that is we're talking to our buddies about football, our favorite teams, and who's the best and what moves we should make. And this is the barbershop. This is the locker room. This is us just having a good time talking it up.
Emily, full-time job, but this is a full one. Yeah, real quick story. I was at work today, and one of our supervisors came up to where I was, and I had laptop out, iPad out, work computer with Detroit Den stuff. Like, I was hammering away some video, some shorts, all that. And he goes, "Is this like your full-time job now?" And I was like, "Buddy, you'd be lucky if I don't call you right now and tell you that I need to get out of here because I'm done." So I'm just going to leave it at that. So yeah, even at work, I'm working on stuff for the channel. So it's a full-time job. It's a fun job. I love it. Even when we were, recording in Will's basement on a picnic table with a blue tarp over it.
Yeah. Had
the good old days.
What we were doing. Yeah. Facts, man. What you think about this kicker from AB, man?
I think we need a kicker.
I like the Stanford kicker, man.
I like both of them. I mean, it's a kicker. I mean, are we gonna break down kickers? I don't know. Give me someone who could kick a 50-yarder with confidence. That's what I think we need. Whoever's the best at that. But also, Dan Campbell needs to learn how to use those kickers in certain times. And as our defense gets better, I think we will start kicking more field goals. I think that was kind of an X factor that not a lot of people think about. Did Dan Campbell really trust that defense last year? I don't know that he did, because I think that's a lot of times why he went for it on those 4th and 1s from his own 15 sometimes.
Few people that just came in, we got giveaways. So if you're on our Twitter, if you're on our Facebook, look into the giveaway. It's a big deal. 4 jerseys, 2 gift cards.
I'm gonna put the picture back up. Yeah, we're gonna do the jerseys tonight, and we'll announce those tomorrow. Do I have that right?
Nope. You can get in up until tomorrow at 8:00. So you got up until 8 p.m. tomorrow to get in, and then it's gonna get announced. And Cornerstone's going to be tracking all of that. They're going to be going and purging through our comments. We are going to be reporting out for our members. So members, don't worry. We're going to make sure that we take care of you, and everything else they'll be purging through, and they'll be purging through the donations too, and making the entries from there. So yeah, man.
So those are the jerseys that'll be raffled off very, very soon. We'll start going through that tomorrow. And then Tuesday night, Will and I are going to hop back on here, and this is for members only. This autograph picture from the Detroit Lions 2023 team. Pretty sweet looking. So yeah, we got some good stuff we're giving away, and trust me.
Rob Zepkoff, baby. Shout out. Welcome in. Welcome to the den, baby.
Oh, I lost. There it is. Yep.
Yes, sir. Welcome in. Glad to have you.
Anything else tonight, Will?
Yeah. That's all I got, man. Right. Like it's having a great time and another great live, man. Thanks for everybody for the support.
Yeah. We'll have 2 episodes out tomorrow, 7 a.m., maybe 7 p.m. I don't know. We'll see. But we do have 2 episodes already recorded, loaded up, ready to go. Just waiting on the time. So you guys can keep a lookout for that. If you're new here, like I said, become a member. We're doing giveaways for members. It's greatly appreciated. We got some really cool stuff. Check it out. If you're new, stick around, subscribe. We're not going anywhere.
Facts.
We are trying to be the top dogs in this Detroit Lions game of podcasting. Okay. And we got a long way to go. We need your guys' help. So we're going to shut it down. Thanks for watching. 2 episodes out tomorrow, guys. We'll be back later with some more content.
Peace.